Alright. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Diamond in the Rough. Today we've got a pair of TVT cheeses to give you guys some nice insight into how the hell to kill your opponent quickly. And I actually picked these games and I'm starting with this one because the title of this replay was, I thought he was Zerg. Oops. So I'm pretty sure, okay, yeah, is this proxy 3 racks? Oh my god. Okay, so Ruff. In the title of this replay, it said, I thought this was a Zerg. And he's clearly thinking, hey, let's do some sort of proxy mass marine rush. It looks like it's going to be a 3 racks mass marine proxy. And he is in fact up against a Terran opponent, which this build is terrible against. Why? Because Terrans tend to open up double gas, which it looks like DICE is going to do here. And that means you're going to get a quick factory, be able to build Hellions. If you spot this coming, if DICE scouts at all, and you get a bunker on the high ground and a full wall off, I mean, the Marines just cannot breach this ramp. It's going to be very much a surprise tactic. And the problem is, Ruff still doesn't know at this point. He's gone for it. He's like, cool, Zerg will be going for an expansion like they always do. We're going to mass up those Marines and see what we can do. But here we go. It goes back to building at least 1 or 2 more SCVs. I think with the 3 racks here, it's going to be hard to afford an orbital command center behind it. Maybe gets that on 17 supply, maybe 1 more SCV before building that. But it looks like he is just saving cash for now. Interesting. I think he could have squeezed 1 more SCV out before that barracks finished, but decided to go 16 supply into the orbital, and that way he's going to save a lot of money to be building these Marines. I don't know what he does to salvage this game, to be honest, guys. It's going to be really interesting to see, and DICE is scouting. This is so bad for Ruff. Oh my god. Okay, so the SCV is going to come in the main. He sees no barracks and no gases, and immediately DICE knows what's going on. Let's go to DICE camera and see what DICE does here. Immediately raises the depot, gets a bunker building. You see him dropping mules there. He's got a Reaper coming out. He's going to leave that SCV on the other side of the map for now, and he sees a bunker going up here. Okay, so Ruff here, making the best of a bad situation. He's just seen this wall, and he's like, contain with a bunker, but that bunker's very close to the ramp. And remember, there's no way for him to get high ground vision here, unless maybe he floats a barracks over. SCV's trying to repair their buddy. Oh, nice grenade. The grenade bounces those SCVs off the repair. DICE gets a snipe, and look at this Reaper being very annoying. Doesn't want to lose it to the Marines, though. But look, he's got his own bunker up. And he's got his own Marine in there. He's got Marines popping out. The factory's almost done. Oh, gotta be careful with that Reaper, bro. Does get a few more hits off, but just gonna hide in the bunker for now. Ruff is screwed, guys. He's got an orbital command center up at home, but he doesn't have any gases. He's got no follow-up here. Meanwhile, a starport even going down for DICE. DICE is starting to build Hellions here. Oh, I like this. The Marine actually spotting the high ground. 2 SCVs repairing there. DICE does pull a 3rd SCV. Remember, Marines do higher damage than Reapers because they shoot a lot faster. I say that, and as I say it, I'm actually not 100% sure how much faster they shoot, but I do think they do a little bit more damage. They're just much softer. 15 less hit points there. The Hellion does push the Marines back off the ramp, though. Of course, 6 range? No, only 5 range on the Hellion, same as a Marine. And he's going to build another barracks on the front. He drops a scan to get some high ground vision, but the SCVs are still there repairing. I don't think there's any way he takes this bunker down, does Ruff. His bunker's getting very low. He tries to run forward, but the Hellion is there to defend. Starport building a tech lab. Another Hellion on the way. And dude, I think Ruff has found himself deep in the doo-doo in this game. He's still not got gases. He's not even building SCVs. He's just stuck on 16 workers. The bunker goes down, and he cancels the barracks on the front. I mean, what do you do from here? You're screwed, aren't you? A Banshee starting up there for DICE. You can see he wanted to start Cloak, I think, but he didn't quite have the minerals. There we go. Cloak does start up. I mean, double gas goes down for Ruff. He's going to have to crawl his way back into a macro game from here. He does have a big mass of Marines, so maybe he can get a good fight here. Oh, if DICE stumbles into him, maybe gets a Hellion kill, but quick reaction from DICE. DICE, oh, to get back up that ramp. Oh my god, he's got to get up. Oh, DICE turns to fight. A bad idea. The SCV stops the depot from raising. DICE has screwed the pooch. Okay, the SCVs have to get pulled, but DICE, yeah, SCVs pulled the Marines and the Hellions with the SCVs together, going to do okay. Notice the Ruff focusing down the Marines. He says, as long as I keep moving, the SCVs can't really land that many hits. The Hellions will take out the Marines, though, eventually, but not before DICE takes some pretty critical damage. I think DICE is still fine, though. Dropping mules, 10 SCVs left alive. The Hellions and the SCVs are going to take out these Marines. They get 2 more, not bad. Okay, down to just 8 SCVs. That's a good bit of damage. Banshee does come out and go across the map, but DICE not raising the wall again. Oh my god, you gotta raise the wall! Oh, loses the Hellion! There's 1 more Hellion, but it hasn't repaired up. The Marines are in the mineral line. If that Hellion gets focused, and it does! Oh my god, Ruff breaching the base. DICE here Oh my god, he's got to be so triggered that he sold his bunker and moved down that ramp. That was such a throw from Dice. Ruff's like, this was not my plan. This is a terrible situation, but let's make the best of it. The Marines are going to take out the rest of these SCVs. Meanwhile, though, Banshee's arrived on the other side of the map, and that is an undefended base trying to build an engineering bay, but the Banshee is going to kill everything before that gets out. Now, another Banshee will be popping momentarily, and with Cloak, that should be able to kill everything, right? I mean, there's some scan energy saved up. Ruff being very disciplined in the low economy situation. Look at that, though. Dice has cleaned up those Hellions. And Dice has a Banshee out as well, and I just got to cloak it. Cloak. Dice, you got to cloak it, buddy. Okay, can beat 3 Marines. Banshee beats 3 Marines even with a move, but definitely very, very fragile there. The Banshee now has killed 10 SCVs. Ruff is going to try and run away with those SCVs. Another round of Marines going to come in. Dice has to cloak this very quickly. Sorry for the shimmering screen there. Not sure what was going on there. Dice! Oh my god, not looking! You only had 2 Banshees and you've lost one of them now. A big mistake for Dice. Ruff here realizes he's got to kill this economy. He cannot let Dice keep mining. If Dice gets another Banshee out, I mean, he's completely screwed. He's going to deny the mining there. That mule, I'd love it to go back and get whatever it can, but the Marines are blocking it. Banshee is here. SCV blocks the command center from landing, which means, of course, Ruff will not be able to cloak unless this command center lands. Dice's SCV following that command center. Little does he know, Ruff's actually built a missile turret up here, so the base is going to go to the top right. Meanwhile, Ruff, he's got to burn this command center down. Oh, if he gets it below 500 hit points, then it will start burning, and he gets it. 400 hit points, 350 even. Oh my god, that's almost going to die. That's going to die. He's going to have to land that and repair that with a mule because he's out of SCVs. Wait, no, he's got 1 SCV on the other side of the map. He's got to bring that SCV back and repair this command center. Meanwhile, the Banshee starts fighting. Ruff drops the scan, lands the command center, does drop the scan, and does another scan over there as well. He sees that command center, does Ruff, and whoa! He drops a mule to block it from landing. Oh my god, he's stopping it from landing right now. The Banshee's fighting the Marines. Dice is going to win this fight if he doesn't get scanned again. There's no more scans. There's no scans available for Ruff because he used his energy on the mule. But that means this is burning down. Dice, he's got to try and land this command center, but it's down to just 90 hit points. The Banshee may be cleaning up these Marines, but look at this mule. It's completely blocking it. Dice, that's your last ability to mine right there. You do not have enough money to build. The Banshee kills the Marines. It's going to come over, but look at this. He's trying to land it. The mule won't let him do it. Ruff microing his heart out with this mule. He's going to block it, but the Banshee will clear it out. He's going to get it. He's going to get the mule down. He gets it down, lands the mule, unloads it, and he doesn't get it to repair in time. It was still tracked in the pod, and Dice has to tap out. Wait, was he actually dead? Was he actually dead, or was he just rage quitting? He definitely couldn't rebuild, right? So all he had to work with was 1 SCV and 1 Banshee. He has enough money to repair his Banshee up to full life. Only thing Ruff has is the ability to build unupgraded Marines, but he's already mining right now. It's going to take a while for the Banshee to get there, which means he could definitely get a bit more, and then he could lift it up and float over here. Now, if he's mining from this base, the Banshee can hit the orbital command center from over here, but it won't really be able to deny the mining, because if the Banshee goes there, you pull the SCVs to mine from here. If the Banshee goes around here, you pull the SCVs to mine from there, right? So it does feel like with just 1 Banshee and only 57 minerals to repair with, right, you'd be able to repair this to full hit points once or twice, and eventually Marines and scans are probably going to take you down. So yeah, I do actually think Dice was dead here. Checkmate. Well played, Ruff. Let's go into game 2. All right, going straight into map number 2. It's going to be here on Beckett. It is a tiny map. Slicestorm Gaming's Ruff in the bottom left side. Another TVT, this time up against Snorri. And I got to say, there's a lot of people out there, they always say to me, Pig, I hate TVT. Fun to watch, not fun to play, too stressful. And I go through periods where I experience the same thing, but I think if we watch Ruff, if there's any time for someone to teach us a probably not too micro, or at least not too APM intensive way of playing the matchup, it's going to be lots of fun. There's going to be lots of technical unit usage. It's always going to be Ruff, right? It's always going to be him who shows us a cool way. And I mean, even that last game kind of inspired me a little bit to go, hey, you know what? Maybe you can just win with some really kind of dumb bludgeoning cheeses. Just bring out a 3-racks. Why the hell not? Bring out a 3-racks in TVT. It's not made for the matchup. Shouldn't really work, but that's probably one of the build orders where if there's like one baboon build that you could just get you to GM if you get really good at hiding it, executing it, microing it, it's probably that. Especially if you go through metas where people aren't like scouting too well, or if you build the barracks like really close to their base or something like that in maybe TVP. But either way, Ruff here is going to be going for the double gas opening, as is Snorri. And as I said, I picked this one because it's meant to be a very aggressive opening from the title of the replay. But we'll see exactly what Ruff has in store. Snorri so far going very standard double gas. Ruff's a little slower to put on his second gas, but he did open up with gas first, so you can see he's ahead on the gas anyway, just because of his build order. But, oh, extra SCV they're building. Normally you do want to go 19 orbital, but he's actually not building out of the barracks and going for a 20th SCV before the orbital. Interesting. And that's because he wants the money for the factory and the reactor. Then he starts the orbital. I'm not sure if he starts the orbital. Does it delay that factory by a few seconds? I think so. This factory went down at a minute 33 or something. My God, that's fast. Has he pulled off gas? He hasn't pulled off gas yet either. But he's actually got an SCV going across the map. What are you up to, Ruff? So this could be like a one-base Hellion drop, right? Because he goes reacted factory and then loads up and boosts down the right side. But wait a second, that's a factory! What the hell? I was going to say he could boost Hellions down the right side out of a medevac or rally Liberators in. He's actually going to go proxy 2 factory. 1 factory at home, 1 factory on the other side. Is this just Marines then? No, it is still going to be Hellions or Widow Mines. The barracks, not going to be used at all. It looks like that barracks is just being clicked across the map. This is its move command, so the barracks has been right-clicked to that little green marker into the enemy's base. So he's going to scout with the barracks while setting up for some sort of 1 base, 2 factory push. Obviously has to keep up the depot production in this game. You don't get, excuse me guys, you don't get that command center, which is basically 2 supply depots for those who don't know. Depots and Nexi and stuff, you might always think, oh, 400 minerals so expensive, but when it kicks in, it is like building 2 depots or 2 pylons. It's just ones that took a very long time to build. People often complain about hatcheries being cheaper. They're like, why is a hatchery cheaper? And it's like, well, it actually gives only 6 supply, 9 less supply. So it's actually more expensive if you take that into account. The hatchery being 300 minerals and being 100 mineral discount, but being 9 supply less, whereas an Overlord, Depot, or a Pylon only gives 8 supply. Yeah, not so much. And tanks. Okay, so tank, Hellion, 1 base. Oh, Snorri's building a bunker though. Snorri scouted the front, said, okay, you're doing some sort of 1 basey build. I'm doing an expansion. I'm just going to play really safe. Look at this. We've got a Cyclone on the way, Starport, back on 6 workers on gas. With the bunker up, that's going to do a lot to buy time here. Hellions are about to get here, though. That bunker is not quite finished. And it does finish up. As long as those Reapers get inside, Snorri will be fine. But the tanks are rallying out. Now, this is fascinating. Why is Magfield upgrading? So is this just 1 tank into Cyclones? What is this build from Ruff? Ruff is doing something very peculiar right now, guys. The Cyclone comes out, spots the Hellions. Don't think he knows about the siege tank yet. And that tank, oh look, the Hellions are going to try and bait it. Snorri has no idea about the tank. So if he can bait the Cyclone out, he might be able to kill it. Snorri does take a big shot, but a quick pullback. SCVs are still being built by Ruff, and he's not actually building tanks or Cyclones right now. This is a bit of a mistake. Ruff, you've only got 1 unit. The whole point of this factory is to be building tech units. Ruff's making a big mistake with his push. I think it's a very experimental build. I don't think this is refined to some of his other builds. I think he's kind of figuring it out as he goes a little bit. Finally starts up a Cyclone there and some more Hellions. This bunker is getting sieged down, but the repair buying a lot of time. But a Viking is on the way. Now, a Viking, normally a cute idea to get dominance over the skies, but you're going to need tanks as well to make that work. The Hellions chasing after that Cyclone. Uh-oh. You do not want to be losing that Cyclone. Good repair from Snorri, though, and I think Snorri should be able to block these Hellions. Overall, a really good hold so far. More Hellions running in. Oh, he just clicked the Hellion on the repairing SCVs on the bunker. The Cyclone should be able to take out a few more of these. Locks onto the low hit point Hellion, not the most valuable target. Uh-oh, Reapers, get out of there. They do take a tank shot. This is nasty. Snorri is in struggle street right now. He sees the tank moving forward. Ruff is going in deep. The Hellions diving on into it. The Cyclone does get locked on onto the Viking. More Hellions need to get in the fight. The tank goes down and Snorri holds. Snorri takes out the Cyclone. The SCV repairing means that tank can defend the Hellions. This is a hold. Rock solid hold from Snorri. More tanks on the way, more Marines building as well. Hellion tries to dive in, looks like it kills another SCV, but despite killing 7 SCVs here, you're still down 1, and there's double mules dropping. So Snorri way ahead now. What are you going to do as Ruff? Double starport on 1 base? I mean, this is desperation personified. I do think, guys, if he kept up tank production, he could have had 3 tanks a bit earlier, and maybe this second factory could have gone down a little bit earlier. I actually think this is a pretty good idea, especially because you use the floating barracks to just give you vision. You're getting in there so fast. It's before they can have good Vikings and tanks out. And things like Cyclones can die very easily. They're very good if they see the push coming, but when you're building your tanks so close to their base, that can be super powerful. And throws away some Hellions, tries to lock on with Magfield, but the repair is good. The defense is good. And what's he going to do? Command center on the low ground. He's trying to go 2 starport, attack lab into fusion core, so it's going to be battlecruiser transition. could that work? I mean, there's Ravens building. Obviously, they have Cuck Matrix, one of the best abilities at dealing with battle cruisers. Looks like the Cyclone did go home. I would like to see that get repaired, and indeed it will. This army goes down here. He does not find the factory, just barely misses that. Now, unupgraded Marines suck versus battle cruisers. The problem is they're too slow. The battle cruiser can fly away while shooting and moving and basically only actually be fighting 1 or 2 Marines at a time. This Cyclone gets 2 Marine kills. Very nicely done by Ruff. Can definitely outmaneuver this army with those Cyclones. They can buy him a little bit of space and time. 3rd Command Center is on the way. And you know what? There is no Viking production yet, and the battle cruisers are about to start. Battle cruisers take a long time, but if Snorri gets caught heavy on unupgraded Marines, tanks, and Ravens, even if you interference matrix the battle cruisers, if you don't have Vikings to shoot them down or Cyclones, it's going to be a struggle to do damage to them. Now, Ruff starting a barracks here. The reason, of course, is he's lost his barracks, so he can't build more factories right now. Cyclone runs up there and almost goes down. Looks like he did kill 1 more Marine there. He's killed a total of 5 Marines this game, but the army coming forward, 3 tanks, pack Marines, 2 Ravens, and Viking production starting up. Oh, that's very bad news for Ruff. Ruff is down 12 SCVs. Yes, he's got an expansion up with the gases. Yes, he's building 2 battle cruisers. I'd love to see him make Yamato as well. But the problem is this push is just incredibly scary. But wait. Oh, you know tanks outrange that, right? Story's like, nah, fuck you, Billy. Go take one for the team. Billy does go in and take that hit to the face. Meanwhile, it's continuing to macro up, getting up to 3 barracks. If he holds that Viking key down, I do not feel good for Ruff here. Ruff gets a tank! Ruff runs forward with his Cyclones, and he actually picks off a tank there. I think he did lose an extra Cyclone. Oh, he's pulling SCVs. I don't think that's the right move. The Cyclones go for the lock. Oh, he's gonna get it! Oh, Ruff with some sick Cyclone control in these low economy scenarios, using scans for spotting and all that sort of stuff. The Cyclone is an incredible unit. He's got these 2 battle cruisers. He's got to buy time for those. The Cyclones, notice they're keeping Snorri kind of scared of that flank. The problem is that Vikings are still rallying, but Snorri, he's paused on the Viking production. He's adding lots of barracks, but he doesn't really have all the upgrades and so on for them. Stim is on the way, but Shields has not even started. Neither has 1-1. They're still not great units for fighting battle cruisers, and here we go. Interference matrix goes down, but I think Snorri might need to go home. The 2 Vikings are actually going to start doing damage. I said as long as you got Vikings, you can really capitalize. The problem is those Cyclones. If those Vikings chase to the cliff, the Cyclones will clear them up. Snorri rallies a tank, and that could kill both of them, but it doesn't fire. It was on move command. Okay, interference matrix goes down on both of these battle cruisers, but look at that. The Cyclones are there. The Cyclones, one of them locking onto the Raven. The Raven goes down, but the Vikings are doing a lot of damage. Those Marines, they needed to kill that Cyclone. They didn't get it. The Raven goes down. Both Ravens have now fallen, and look at that. Another Viking falls. There's only 1 Viking left. He just clicks on the battle cruiser. It's worth it. If you can kill that BC, it's worth it. Just click it, Snorri. 49 hit points, 27 hit points, 5 hit points. 1 more shot would have done it, Snorri. Oh my God, at the one point where he needed to just not blink, and he blinks, quakes in fear, and gives that one up. Now the tech labs are going down. Ruff barely starts a BC before that last tech lab dies, which is obviously very important. And his battle cruisers, mate. The battle cruisers, 5 hit points, 375 hit points. He's going to have to repair those. Where's the Vikings, though? Snorri is building 3 starports with reactors. I think that's overkill. Honestly, I think you just need to get Vikings together. You don't need to be building add-ons right now. Just keep building Vikings, and you've got this already 4 Vikings on the field. As long as those micro well, that'll be good. But wait, Yamato is out, which means, guys, these battle cruisers getting mass repaired. If Ruff has Yamato and lands it on the Vikings, that'd be huge. Oh, the Cyclones! They just killed 3 Vikings! Oh my God, Snorri! Oh, Snorri shitting the bed right now, leaving the Vikings out front, and Ruff is gonna capitalize. Chad mode enabled. The battle cruisers run in. Oh, the Vikings. The Viking goes down to the Cyclones. They dive in one more time. I can't believe those 3 Cyclones are still alive. One of them with 7 kills, 8 kills, 3 kills. The red hit point battlecruiser runs away. The healthy one just going to pursue this Viking through the base. That Viking's going to fall, as will the next one. These Marines, as you can see, not doing much damage at all. They only do 6 damage a shot, minus the 3 armor of the battlecruiser equals just about nothing. The Cyclones and the BC doing what they can. Still, that red hit point Cyclone is alive. And look at that. He locks onto the orbital. Oh, he locks onto the orbital. It's going to go down. Battlecruiser in the production. Okay, 3 Vikings just popped out. They can take out that BC, I think, but Yamato going to cause some problems. And gets another one. But he... 29 kills. The battlecruiser falls. Okay, this battlecruiser, another Yamato goes off on a healthy Viking. Can he get one more? He can! 2 more Vikings go down. And guess what? The Cyclones are still here. They've killed every SCV down there. It's time to lock onto that orbital command center. If Ruff locks onto that orbital, remember, each mag field does 800 damage to armored units over 14 seconds. The command center trying to repair. The army trying to come down to defend. He finally gets the red hit point Cyclone, but it falls! And he's back to 1 command center. Snorri. Sorry, not Snorri, says Ruff. As Snorri shakes his head in disappointment, he's got his 1-1 upgrades, his stim, his shields all finished, his triple starport Viking production up. But it's too late. He's lost his economy. He's down to 18 workers. Battlecruiser is running rampant around his base, killing absolutely everything. Those Marines with stim and shield, can they get it? Can they get the Battlecruiser? Oh my god. And he drops 2 mules as well. Drops the mules, starts repairing it. If he's got any more BCs coming, which indeed he does, that'll be it. And Snorri has to tap on out. Ruff there doing the most committed ground push proxy factory, which I still think could have done way more damage if he had a second tank out and then a third tank about to pop when that fight happened. Would have changed everything. But I love that. Tanks, Hellions, nothing that shoots up. Pure ground force. Transition straight into battle cruisers. I think even before the command center went down. That is a super dirty way to play. Catch a Snorri off guard without those Vikings, without that unit count out, right? Just yet. GG, well played, Ruff. Yet again, a couple of creative cheeses there. One which was an accident, which you salvaged through microing a mule to block a command center. One which was just pure creativity. GG, well played, mate.